Hi. So this is how I prepare my impwa. There are two methods I use, so I'm going to show you both of those methods in this video. The first method is frying. So I usually cut my impwa in bite-sized pieces. It just makes eating and the preparation easier and shorter. So after cutting your impwa or garden eggs, you heat up enough cooking oil. By enough, I don't mean the impwa should be entirely submerged in the oil. No, you just have to put enough oil so that even as you are frying, at least each impwa is in the oil. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So you continuously fry for 15 minutes. You have to continuously stir also because it easily gets burnt. So yeah, you stir, you let it fry, then you stir again. For this amount of impwa, I just needed one small tomato and some onion. I usually don't like using a lot of tomatoes in impwa because I feel it adds to the sourness. So one tomato is enough. And as usual, I put it in the center of the pot and I added some salt to taste. So I put a lid on top of it, on top of the impwa, just to trap the steam. That steam helps the tomatoes cook faster and evenly. So you continuously stir. As I said earlier, impwa burns easily, so you have to continuously stir even after adding the tomatoes. When the tomato is cooked to your liking, then your impwa is done cooking. You can have this with shima, or if you like to be fancy, you can have it with rice. For boiled impwa, you get your impwa and boil it in a pot for 15 minutes or until it's soft to touch. Then you start taking the skin off like I was doing. I made a mistake. I didn't let it cook long enough, so the skin was a bit difficult to take it out. But when your impwa is boiled enough, it's easy to peel off the skin. So you peel off the skin on each impwa. After peeling your impwa, you then cut it in desired pieces. Because this was already soft, I didn't really need to cut them in small pieces, so I was just cutting in folds. After cutting your impwa, you then get a saucepan, cut your tomatoes and onion and add your cooking oil. And let that cook into a nice simple gravy. You can even add the spices that you have or any herbs at this point. I usually just like having mine as natural as it can be, so I just add some salt because I love the taste of impwa, so I don't like to alter the taste so much, so I just usually add salt. When the tomato is cooked to your liking, you will then add your peeled and cut impwa. So since the impwa had already boiled before this, you don't need to let it simmer for a long time. So you just let it simmer for just 2 to 3 minutes. have everything mixed together and to have the gravy penetrate the impwa, and just for that deliciousness. So I usually just stir and put and close the pot and let that simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Like that, then your impwa is about ready. So since my impwa did not boil long enough at the beginning of the video, I had to let it cook a little bit more. I think I let it cook for 5 and not 3 minutes, just to make sure it's soft, like all pieces are soft and delicious. Be careful as you stir, don't overdo it because the impwa easily breaks, it's delicate. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video. That's how I had my impwa. I had it with some soya pieces and shima.